Hello, welcome back, our listeners. I am Deniz. I'm still here with Milica. Previously, we have been talking about coming here, the applying process to the university, and the difficulties we had been through. And now we are going to talk about cultural adaptation and language difficulties. So I hope that will be fun for you as well. And speaking of cultural adaptation, Milica.
Hi everyone.
Yeah.
Deniz, in her excitement to start the episode, forgot. But hi everyone, it's so nice to be back. I'm really excited for another episode of the podcast. Anyways, Deniz, proceed.
Yeah, I am so sorry. I was really excited.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so speaking of cultural adaptation and language difficulties, could you share some of your experiences and challenges in adapting to Italian culture and the local way of life, let's say?
Yeah, sure. There are so many stories. If we shared all of them, I'm sure we would be here until next month. But Italy has a really, really big culture. It's really, there are a lot of things and it's really special, really old, So there are a lot of things. It's really different from the Serbian culture. Let's just start by saying they are so slow, Italians.
Yeah,
I know. They are so slow.
And the bureaucracy, oh my God, the Italian bureaucracy,
yes.
It has its own reputation.
I think we need a whole segment just on Italian bureaucracy,
right.
Especially at post office and questura. We should
Questura
maybe.
is our police office, let's say.
Yeah, I think it's hell on earth. It's Pavia Questura. But anyways, they are so slow, people. They walk slow. They don't talk slow. They talk fast. And they
talk too fast and too loud.
And they move their hands a lot. I'm sure you saw that on the internet.
Italian
and it is true.
expression.
And it is true. I thought maybe it's a stereotype, but it's not. Everyone moves their hands a lot. But anyways, other than that, they are so slow. You don't understand. We have a lot of international friends, right? Mm-hmm. And we are always talking about how everything is, whatever happens, we will solve. It's okay.
Yeah, and whatever happens, once you learned, let's say, once you're here, you understand that it's going to take at least a month.
Yeah, it's... Yeah, as I said, it is really slow, but you get used to it. It's nice if you adapt to it and you move from your rushing things, always rushing somewhere. You're going fast, you're doing this, and you sit back and relax. I think it's nice, but it was shocking at first because it's so slow. Come on, move, come on.
Yeah, and we are going to talk about this more detailed later, but I can say that it took almost 5 or 6 months to get my permit of stay. It's just an example.
Yeah,
it's
takes
another
a long time.
thing. It's just, everything is so slow. Everything. Getting a paper from university, for example, just an enrollment paper, let's say. Everything is slow. But as an international student, we have both had through, let's say, some interesting situations, right? And Milica, can you share maybe a funny or heartwarming moment or a story from your cultural adaptation journey?
Yeah, there was a lot for sure. And I know a lot of us had a similar experience. Italians are really big on coffee, right? And I am as well. And I know Deniz is as well, and we love coffee. And I'm sure you love Starbucks and blah, blah, blah. And we all love iced coffee, right? But when you, and iced lattes especially, but in Italy when you order iced latte, because it's not a thing, iced coffee here is not a thing.
No.
For some reason, you have to fight to get iced coffee. No. It's freaking ridiculous.
Whatever you do, you're not getting an iced latte.
Yeah, you
trust
cannot
me,
get an iced coffee. But anyways, if you manage to if you want to order iced latte, be careful because latte in Italian is milk, so it's not a coffee. You will get a glass of milk.
The very first day I came here, I just ordered iced latte, and the lady asked me, in Italian, of course, iced latte, is it correct? And I said, yeah, please. And then they brought the iced latte, and it was practically iced latte, iced milk. And I didn't realize for a second, and then I realized it doesn't contain any coffee in it. And I tried to order iced latte or iced coffee in some certain ways, and it didn't happen. And then at the end, I was drinking my cappuccino,
Yeah. It is iced coffee here. Like, if you're coming, you should know that it's not happening.
Iced Americano?
Yeah.
No, they're just bringing Americano and separately cold water.
Yeah, you can.
And separately ice.
That
So
is so
you
true.
basically have to mix them together, and they're not serving iced coffee.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're doing it on purpose. What do you say?
But Italians like have a really nice coffee. I
Yeah.
think that a lot of things are overrated, but coffee is not one of them.
No.
Like, coffee is great, but during 50 degrees weather in Pavia in summer, you want to have an iced coffee. You cannot. Like, you can have it in a Starbucks, right?
No, we have
but we don't have
Frankly, though.
Starbucks.
Frankly, do you know
Yeah, but I
Frankly?
don't really like it. Like, it's not my like. I don't like the iced latte.
Yeah, there is let's say a small coffee shop that is called Frankly, and it's the only one we have here, let's say in Pavia. And when they serve coffee, let's say, they are serving it with sugar, and you have to ask that, okay, I'm going to have a nice latte, but can you make it, like, prepare it without
Yeah.
sugar? You have to say it, otherwise you'll just
No.
get like a milky and sugary coffee, let's say.
Yeah, I think that's actually a cultural shock, I would call it. And also, like, if you want to get a nice drink in summer or whenever, it's spritz time. Listen, one thing that Italy knows how to do, or Italians, is aperitivo. If you don't know what aperitivo is, it's a cocktail and you get some kind of food, like, to eat, but
Yeah.
not a lot. Like, it's just, to have on a side with your cocktail. Aperol spritz, we all know it, we all love it. So they drink it all the time. Like, if you go out after 10 a.m., you will see people doing aperitivo from 10 a.m. and it's still like before dinner, I would say.
Yeah.
So I think that's also like a culture shock, right? I don't know if
and
you agree.
I think it's really hard to order something else after 7 p.m. It has to be aperitivo, it has to be spritz or beer or, I don't know, any cocktail.
You cannot have a coffee.
Yeah, it has to be a cocktail or an alcohol, let's say.
Yeah, and also
I don't know how they manage it, but they're doing it like every day. It's the basic Italian way of life.
if you're used to sitting a long time, like when you're having coffee and you're used
Yeah.
to sitting like for 2 hours and gossiping, that's not a thing here. So that's not happening. Anyways, that's like, that was like cultural shocks, like mini ones, sure, but still, like, it was shocking to find out people don't drink iced coffee. I'm sorry. I know, like, we feel very strongly about iced coffee.
Yeah,
here.
if you're a coffee person, let's say, you're going to understand what are we talking here.
But still, it's
know.
worth it. Like, Italian coffee is really nice. Like, cappuccino, the best
Yeah,
in the
the
world.
first time, by the way, I tried it, I felt like, okay, what is it? It's like a shot, It's so small, and I'm not used to it. It's so small. You just drink it once,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it was so strange for me, and I didn't like the taste, let's say, at first. But you have to give it a chance.
Yeah,
guys,
you will get used
really.
to it.
You'll get used to it, and once you're used to it, you'll realize that it's another thing. The
Yeah, yeah.
Italian coffee is another thing. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know what are they using. I don't know. It's something else. I highly recommend.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is. I think it's, just not having, let's say, an iced latte or another thing
No, it's
other
okay.
than Aperol.
You get used to it.
And normal, like, cafe, espresso, they're saying cafe. I think it's because of the language thing. Because we don't know how to order that. They have
that is so
shakerato, and I just realized they have shakerato after 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, but also shakerato, like, it's not the traditional iced coffee, right?
Yeah, but,
still, the language, sure.
Yeah, shakerato, by the way, guys, is, I don't know, it comes from shaking, probably.
Ah.
Yeah, because it's basically the coffee and the ice and lots of sugar. I'm telling you, lots of sugar.
But you can order it without
yeah,
sugar.
you can just say, I'll have one shakerato, but without
Senza
sugar.
zucchero.
Yeah, senza zucchero. It's so important.
Look at us, Italian professors.
Yeah,
Learn
right.
Italian. This podcast is turning into Learn Italian with us.
Yeah.
with Dennis and Milica.
Thank you guys.
And we
appreciate
are
it.
level A1, approximately.
Still, and it has been 2 years. Come on.
No, but like, because I think
You should be ashamed.
you know, but I think it's because like we did not have language classes, so it's kind of hard to learn Italian. And as we said, like if you've watched our first episode, we had Italian friends, but they were speaking English. Some of them made an effort, like Simone. We already mentioned him, and I'm sure when he's listening to this, he will be laughing so much.
I know.
Simone, hi.
Hi, we
love
like you.
Anyways, he tried to help us in the beginning. You know, he made the WhatsApp group, and it was like, you know, it was nice. He made an effort, but like, it's an international community. Like, if you want to learn Italian, you have to do it by yourself. You have to do lessons, you know. But language barrier, like, it's real. Like, it's especially because in Italy, people don't really speak English.
We'll come to
a
that.
lot.
We'll come to that. Obviously, it's another thing. I mean, the first thing I remember when I was trying to speak in Italian, it was ordering. Because, you know, when you go out, you have to ask people like, I want this, can I get this one? Would you like to do something? You know, when you ask something, you have to speak in Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's also a good thing to learn, like at least basic conversation, because you have to learn, like in the first 7 days, you learn how to order a cappuccino or like...
And it was nice, you know, we were so pure, we were trying to have this Italian accent and it
if
was
we were
such
terrible,
a disaster and
know.
like, you know,
Yeah, but it was... There are fond memories of us trying to say, please give us ice in our coffee.
yeah. Do you have any like, I don't know, maybe most remarkable cultural shock other than that you have had when you first came here in the first week?
I don't know.
of
I think
yours,
it's the
let's say?
food, not the like what we eat. Like obviously it's amazing. I think that even if I don't like it, I could not say it. Some Italians would hunt me down and kill me probably. I like your food. It's great, but it's just the
You have to say it. We love the Italian food, guys.
carbonara is not with cream. It's with eggs and guanciale. We don't use cream, it's Americans. Anyways, listen, the food, but in the way of eating food, right? So I don't know how many people know this, like if you do not live in Italy or like whatever, they have like for lunch, this whole process of eating food. Like we go to Mensa, right? We're students, we have Mensa cards.
Like the university canteen.
It's a canteen, right? So you have primo, which is pasta risotto, and it's good, like fine.
Primo is the first meal.
I'm sorry.
I said. Speak in Italian.
I'm sorry. I am Italian now. Sorry. So the first meal,
Tough
right?
love.
Pasta risotto, and then you have a second meal or secondo. Secondo means second, basically. So for secondo, you have some kind of meat, like, or if you're vegetarian, there are options, obviously, but it's a protein. And then you have contorno, which is carbs again. No, it's like
not carbs,
vegetables.
but vegetables and fruits, maybe.
Or also potatoes, like they do potatoes as well.
Yeah,
like in Mensa all the time.
Like maybe fruit.
Fruit is for dessert.
Like
dessert.
yogurts.
But fruit for dessert. Like after all this. And then you have a fruit or like you have yogurt or pudding. Or
we are so lucky to get fruits as a dessert, you see.
So nice. So sugary and sweet. Anyways, so that was like right? Because I don't know, like Dennis also knows she's from Turkey. We have similar culture. Like that's not how we eat. Also breakfast.
It's totally different.
Yeah, right? And here they only eat sweet breakfast. Like it's brioche. And it's great. Like brioche is great. But like we're used to eggs and cheese and tomatoes and stuff like that, right? Bread.
Yeah, I mean, imagine me, I'm coming from Turkey. Like Turkish breakfast, it has a reputation, you know?
Yeah.
And when I came here, okay, brioche is okay. Brioche is, by the way, like croissant, let's say, but they're calling it brioche because I think they think that it's different, but I don't see any differences. I am so sorry, guys.
We will cut this.
Yeah, we will cut this, definitely. Anyways, brioche is, great. And Italian cream, they have crema, the taste of crema. I think it's really the best.
It is.
It is the best and it's totally different. I've never see that kind of thing. I don't know. Crema is kind of...
It's creamy.
Creamy and...
yellow.
Yeah.
It's really nice, I agree.
It is nice, but it's nice for 2 days. It's nice for 3 days. And after that, you just want to eat something else during your breakfast because it's
true.
breakfast, you know? And they don't do that. I mean,
that is true.
They just don't do it. They just eat brioche or something like that and have coffee and then that's it. They skip the I don't know, the whole process. The whole process we have in Turkey.
Yeah. That was also cultural shock for me. Like the food, mainly the food.
I mean, I was expecting at least eggs. Come on, like
Yeah, they don't eat
in
eggs.
breakfast.
They
Come
eat
on.
eggs, like there is a frittata. Not frittata, that's Spanish. I don't know. Like there is some kind of egg situation for lunch. It's fine, nice, whatever. But we would eat it for breakfast.
And lunch, okay. The lunch is totally a process. And by the way, most of the time, I just saw that they are having lunch for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, also, when Dennis mentioned this, when they have lunch, nothing is working.
Yeah, they have lunch, I'm telling you.
They are enjoying themselves. You know, in Serbia, you have 5 minutes and that's it. Like, go back to work.
In Turkey, you don't have 5 minutes. You just eat like while you are working.
No, in Italy, they close down the businesses, like, except for restaurants, obviously, because people go to eat and stuff like that. But things are closed. Like, if you want to go to shopping, like Zara and Stradivarius work, but like, I'm talking small businesses.
By the way, we only have Zara and Stradivarius. And Kiko, obviously, but for clothing,
But Milan is 30 minutes away, so fine. Like, we can survive.
Right. I mean, not 30, let's say 45.
Okay, but still, it's close.
Like, in the best scenario.
Yeah. But still, like, I'm trying to see a positive side here. Dennis decided to be negative.
No, if you have a car, you know,
It's great.
or if you're lucky, you can go there by like in 30 minutes. But most of the time, you'll
It's
see
40.
that there will be cancellations and protests. I don't know.
Trains are delayed a lot here. Like, when they work, they are great. Like, if they're
when they work,
working,
they
right?
work.
But when
It
they
is a
don't
little bit
work,
slower than I expected, but still, they're working.
but when they don't work, you kind of regret being born. That's where you are.
Yeah, because there is nowhere else you can go and there's nothing you can do. So you have to just go back to your home or your apartment or dorm, I don't know.
Or go to Victoria. Victoria is a coffee place.
It is so common to have that protest once in a week, almost once or twice in a week. Let's say on Mondays, especially on Fridays.
I think that Italian government should start paying train workers, people who work in the railway.
Yeah, but I think it's
situation.
Lombardy. I think it's only
okay.
in Lombardia.
Yeah, sure, or the government of Lombardia should start paying people so they don't protest.
When you search for Lombardia, you'll see on the maps, on Google Maps, it's, you know, it includes Milan as well, so it's a problem. It's a general problem for us. I mean, I don't know how it's like in Rome or I don't know,
obviously
any other place, but in Lombardia, here in Pavia and Milan, it's the situation.
It's a problem, definitely.
What were we talking about?
I don't know, I forgot, honestly.
Yeah, we were just talking too much.
We talked a lot.
Give it a break.
Okay, we are boring everyone. Okay, anyways, coming back to the channel, to the podcast program.
No, we were talking about the lunch. And they're having 3 hours.
Breaks, right. There are breaks. That sucks as well, kind of. Like, you cannot go do some things during lunch, which is nice for the workers. Like, obviously, they get to relax. But it's not nice for me.
I think it's only in Pavia, though. I didn't see that,
It's
in Milan.
No, but I don't think it's in touristic places. Like, I think it's in the normal
local
cities.
places,
Yes.
right? In Milan, you'll have only 1 hour, at most 1 hour, like 15 minutes extra, let's say. I think that's the common way in Milan. But in Pavia or in any other local, let's say, cities or places, it will be at least 2 hours, at least.
Yeah, that is true.
In Pavia, it's most of the time 3 hours.
Yeah, but you get used to it. Like, it's...
Yeah, because other than Zara and Stradivarius, we don't have any, like, places, let's say.
Affordable.
Yeah, we have, like, but...
They are really expensive, though.
They're expensive, and they close at most at 1, and then they reopen at 3:30.
No, but it's fine. Like, during the summer, it's fine because you're not going to go anywhere anyways because it's warm. Like, it is hot. But, like, you know, it's inconvenient sometimes, but you get used to it. Like, it's okay. Anyways.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for this episode.
Yeah, that would be enough. We made it
about food, about, like, cultural shock, about transportation. We'll go into the details. Yeah, and language barriers. We will talk about it later, more detailed. But for now, thank you.
It can get more detailed than this. I know you don't believe it.
Thank you for your experiences, Milica. Really.
But you're welcome. Thank you for having me again.
Thank you for being here. Okay, we are so kind, you know.
So nice.
We just became
See,
like this
we
in
learned
Italy.
this in Pavia.
Yeah,
That is so
in
true.
Pavia, you just become the best version of yourself, let's say.
Sure.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm kidding.
Anyways,
It's not
thank
happening.
you guys for listening.
Thank you. Bye bye. We'll see you in
Next
the
time.
next episode. Yeah, we'll be here again, me and Militsa, and it will be about social life and community engagement. Haha.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.